With the warmer weather arriving in the north, more and more Africans are trying to reach the European Union for work and to escape conflict at home. Human traffickers continue to take advantage of the migrants' dire situation by packing scores of people in flimsy boats where they may be abandoned on the high seas. VOA's senior analyst Jeffrey Young has details.
They're out in the water, adrift and alone, abandoned by human traffickers who took them to the Libyan coast and then out to the Mediterranean Sea. Under the fierce sun and under storm clouds, thousands of sub-Saharan Africans bob in little inflatable boats, hoping for rescue and a better life in the European Union. For some, death happens before rescue. The UN's International Organization for Migration says that as of mid-March, at least 481 people have perished in the Mediterranean this year, a massive increase from the 101 fatalities seen by this time in 2016. The traffickers who packed the boats with no regard for human safety are driving this death toll, according via Skype to the IOM's Joel Millman.
We think that people who move human cargo like this are dangerously overloading the boats they have and actually setting them off in very bad conditions. We've even heard of cases of shootings on the coast with migrants who refused to get on the boats because they deemed them unsafe. But the traffickers seem more ruthless than we remember, and they're pushing them out into sea anyway.
These Africans traveled hundreds of kilometers to reach the Libyan coast, many led by traffickers who often brutalize them on the way to the sea. Their stories are recounted via Skype by NGO Médecins Sans Frontières Rescue Director Edward Taylor.
We are hearing stories of extortion. We're still hearing stories of sexual violence and general lawlessness inside of Libya. I think, and this is concurrent from most of the stories I hear on board the Aquarius.
Aquarius is the name of one of Médecins Sans Frontières' rescue ships in the Mediterranean. It cruises the path between Libya and Sicily, looking for boats packed with migrants. Aboard the Aquarius, the condition of many of those rescued is described via Skype by MSF Dr. Connor Kenny.
Many of the people that we do rescue are dehydrated, they're hypothermic, they're exhausted. Many others suffer from fuel burns, so the mixture of gasoline and seawater causes extensive injuries throughout their bodies. We also have many women on board who've also been the victims of sexual violence whilst in Libya, and a huge percentage of our male patients have been beaten whilst in Libya.
Along with NGOs such as MSF, there is a major EU military operation in the Mediterranean called Operation Sophia. It too searches for migrant boats. People are taken ashore in Sicily for processing and moved to facilities to await their asylum hearings. Operation Sophia is credited with saving thousands of people from death at sea. It also works with Libya's Coast Guard to interdict human traffickers when possible. Now that spring has arrived on the Mediterranean, the waters are calmer and more inviting for migrants to put to the sea. The IOM's Joel Millman says an even bigger wave of Libyan crossing attempts is expected this year compared to 2016.
Last year we had over 180,000 for the year, which was a considerable rise over 2015. So there's every reason to expect 2017 to be even greater than last year. What's alarming is the much more higher likelihood of death.
Floating in the Mediterranean far from home, Africans seeking opportunity, fleeing violence and famine, drifting despite the possibility of a deadly price. Jeffrey Young, VOA News.